Hello friends, this is Ajinkya Allad from MS Excel by AJ. Today we will be discussing about Vlookup function of Microsoft Excel. This is the content that we will be discussing today. So let me explain you first what is Vlookup. So this is a small introduction about Vlookup. We will not get into much details. So Vlookup helps to find out a value in huge data sheets where manual intervention is difficult. It is designed to work with the data that is organized in columns or tables. If a data is scattered across the sheet, we will not be able to use VLOOKUP function to find out any lookup value. The alphabet V in VLOOKUP stands for vertical. Hence, it is also known as vertical lookup. Friends, VLOOKUP is one of the most used and important function that Microsoft has given as built-in feature of Excel. So this was a short introduction of VLOOKUP. Now let's go and see what is the syntax of VLOOKUP. So now let us look at syntax of VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP has 4 parameters. First, lookup value. Second, table array. Third, column index. And fourth, range lookup. Each of them are separated by a comma. Lookup value is nothing but the value to be searched or reference against which one need to retrieve a particular information from a table. Now what is table array? It's the table from which one needs to find out information against the lookup value. Column index. It is nothing but the index of column whose value needs to be retrieved. What is range lookup? It's a boolean value that specifies whether one wants to find an exact match or an approximate match. If you want to find an exact match, you need to enter the fourth parameter as 0 or false, because this will give you an exact match. And now if you need to find an approximate match, then you can write or enter the fourth parameter as 1 or true. So friends, now we have some understanding of VLOOKUP. Let's try out VLOOKUP in Excel. Just for your better understanding, I have written the parameters of VLOOKUP in this particular cell. I have created 4 examples which we will solve based on this particular table on your left hand side that I have highlighted. Now let us start solving VLOOKUP examples. Okay, so in the first example, we have to find out the salary of employee ID AB0004. Now in this case we need to identify the parameters. What are the 4 parameters? The first parameter is lookup value. Now what will be our lookup value in first example? Will it be salary or the employee ID? Yes, definitely it will be employee ID, because we have to find out salary of that particular employee ID. The lookup value will be AB004. Okay, now I'll write down the lookup value in this particular cell, AB0004. Now while using VLOOKUP, we have to select the second parameter, that is table array. So please keep this particular thing in mind, that whenever you are going to select a table, the starting column of the table should always be the column of the lookup value. Now in our case, the lookup value is AB004 and the column that has the lookup value is nothing but the employee ID. This is the column that is having the lookup value. Against this, now we have to find out the salary of that particular employee. Okay, now in this particular table, the column that is having the lookup value is always considered as the first column, and the information that we have to retrieve is always considered as the last column, or it may not be the last column, but yeah, for simplicity's sake I'll be considering this as the last column. Okay, now just count the number of column that we have selected starting from employee ID. This is the first column, this is the second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column, and this is the sixth column. So we need information of salary from sixth column. Starting from employee ID, the annual salary column is at 6th position. So the third parameter, column index number, becomes 6. Okay. Now what is range lookup? This is a boolean value. Now we want to get the exact match or exact salary of this particular employee. So the boolean value that we are going to input as a fourth parameter will be either 0 or false. So now that we have understood and we have identified our parameters that we have to enter in VLOOKUP, let's try out the formula. Equal to VLOOKUP opening bracket. When you click on the opening round bracket, automatically all the parameters will be displayed over here. Now let us select the first lookup value. This is my lookup value, comma, table array. Just with the help of your mouse or keyboard mouse, press your left click and select the entire table, or the at least select till the column from where you have to retrieve the information. So I'll be selecting till column F, comma, since we have already counted the columns number of columns through which we have to get the information, that is in our case 6. Okay, even if you have not counted, I'll explain you how to identify the number of that particular column. So while selecting, just see the cursor and the dialog box that have come over there, 11R into 6C. So 6 is telling you it's the column, 6th column, 11 rows by 6 columns. So you have this particular selection is of 11 rows and 6 columns, and your particular column from which you need information is in the 6th column. So you don't need to manually count the numbers of the columns also. Okay, so just input 6, comma, since we have to select exact match, I'll be writing 0 and close the round bracket, enter. We have found out the answer and it is right. See, $99,000. Now let's try and solve our second example. Find out last name of Mona. Now what is the lookup value in this? Yeah, it's Mona. Tab. What needs to be find out? Last name. So we know two parameters. The first parameter lookup value is Mona. Second parameter is the table array. Now since the name of Mona is in second column, this particular column name Mona, so we need to start our table array from this particular column, and our lookup value or the information that we need to retrieve is in the second column. But what if I select the entire table? How would I retrieve the information? It's very easy, since it is going to be based on the column index number. Whatever number of columns you select doesn't matter. So I'll select all these columns as my table array. Let's try it out. VLOOKUP, even I can write down VL and press tab, automatically lookup will be written and the opening bracket will be opened. We just have to input the parameters. First, Mona, exactly. Your table array in this case is this. Now purposely I'm selecting more columns, sorry. I know my index column will be 2 because the information that I have to retrieve is in the second column. 2, comma, I need to get the exact match. So earlier we have written 0, now I'll write false. Let's see what is the answer. Trump. Let's check if the answer is right or wrong. Yeah, it's right. See, the answer is exactly what we wanted. This is working. So in this case we learned that the table range can be of any number of columns, considering the column from which you need the information is included in that range. Okay, now let's take third example. What's the output when the cell that we want as output is blank? So guess what will be the output? So they have given that we need to check the salary for employee ID AB00010. It's the last record. In this particular record, nothing has been written over here. It's blank. So what would be the output? Will it be an error or it will still return something? Let's check it out. Again, I'll be writing the lookup value, equal to VL tab, select the lookup value, select the table, comma, I need the sixth column as my column index number, comma 0. Oh, it has written something. Why so? So now we are clear that whenever the cell from which we need the information is blank, VLOOKUP is going to return 0 as an answer. What if I write here text? Will it return a text value? Yes. So now from this particular example, we have come to a conclusion that VLOOKUP will return whatever value is entered in the cell. So if I write any symbol, it will also return a symbol as an answer. So if the cell is blank, it will return 0 as the value or the answer. Okay. Now let's go and try example 4. It's not an example. Basically, it is asking us to use F4. Now I'll explain you when to use F4, but before that, let's check if VLOOKUP is case sensitive or not. Let's try. Now lookup values AB007. If you can see over here, the value of AB007 is written in uppercases. AB is in uppercase. Over here, AB is in lowercase. Now let us check if VLOOKUP is case sensitive or not. Let us write VL lookup value. Okay, we need to search in this particular table, comma, I need maybe last name, comma 0. Is the last name of AB007 is Lenin? Yeah, it is Lenin. So it is clear that VLOOKUP is not even case sensitive. Even if I write over here, change the AB0007, it will still return the answer, right? Great. Now let's go and check the use of F4. I'll just do one change in this particular table. I'll just write this, I'll just alter these values, okay? Over here, 1. Sorry, left. Okay. Now I want the last name of all these particular values. So what I'll do, I have already written the formula. Let's copy and paste all the formulas or the VLOOKUP formula in all the cells. We have got answer for first 3 columns, first 3 lookup values, but what for last lookup value? Why haven't we got an answer? Whereas in the first lookup the first lookup value is also AB007 and the last lookup value is also AB007. What's the matter? Okay, I'll explain you. So in the first VLOOKUP formula, check out our range. This is our range or the table array from which we are searching. In this table array, our lookup value is present. Yeah. Let's check in second table. What is the lookup? Table array. Have you observed that our table array have moved from employee ID to AB007? AB003 is still included in this particular table array. Let's check third lookup value. See, again in this particular case, your table array has shifted from AB007 to AB008. That means whenever you have copied this formula from first row to the subsequent rows below it, the table array has also moved down. Okay, and because of that, in the last cell where we wanted the answer for the lookup value AB007, the range is also moved down, whereas our lookup value is above the range. So in this case, we need to fix the range or we need to fix the table array. Now to fix the table array, we need to use F4 key. Just click on A2, press F4, click on G12 and again press F4 and press enter. Now just copy the VLOOKUP formula in the first cell to the subsequent rows below it. See, The moment you copy the cells, we have got the answer. Now let's check what is the range of table that has been selected in the first row. It is selecting the table array from employee ID, that is range is starting from A2 and is ending at G12. Okay. Now let's check what is the range that has been selected for the last row. Oh, it is also the same. Now why the range is same? It's because we have used F4 to fix the range from the first column. This particular formula or this particular use of F4 will be useful when you have to find out information for hundreds of lookup value. Okay, now let's try fifth example, example 5. Basically this, let's check if it is a limitation or not. Search the employee ID of Jeff. So we need an employee ID. What is the lookup value over here? The lookup value over here is Jeff. Okay. Now we need to identify the employee ID. Vlookup tab Jeff. Let's check if we can get the lookup value. So as I have earlier mentioned that your table array should consist your lookup value as the first column of the table array. But in this case, the lookup value is not the first column, it's the last column. But let's check if we can get the answer. So the column index over here will be -1. Let's check if we can write 2 and get the answer. Oh, we are not getting 2 as we are not getting an answer, it's an error. Now what error it is? See example 1. Over here it's NA. So basically this is an error where the VLOOKUP function is not able to find the lookup value. In this particular case, since I have mentioned that the lookup value should always be in the first column of the table array. In this particular case, the first column is employee ID, and in employee ID nowhere the lookup value is mentioned as Jeff. Hence that error has come. Now let's check if I put -1 as the column index. Will it work? Oh, it's still not working. So it's clear that the limitation of VLOOKUP is we cannot search anything that is on the left hand side of the lookup column. Okay, but is there a way around? I mean quick and easy way around? Yes, there is. Now since AB007, AB002 are on the left hand side, I'll just quickly press equal to on the last column on the right hand side, select that value, copy and paste the same thing for all the rows. Okay, I'll just click over here, VLOOKUP Jeff, comma, I'll consider first name as my first column, lookup column for the table array, and select all the columns till the last column, comma 7, comma 0. See, I have got the answer. But this is just a workaround, okay, to get the quick answer. There are formulas also wherein we can get the values from the left side of the lookup value. Okay, that we'll see in the next sessions. So we have come till here with 5 examples, and I have covered most of the topics that you will need while using the VLOOKUP. But there is one more thing that I have not yet covered, that is error called reference. So basically let us try this particular error or this particular example wherein wherein example is asking us to consider 2 particular parameters that are predefined. Okay, VLOOKUP, lookup value is this is the table, comma, the column index is 8, comma 0. Now why this particular reference has come? When we have columns, total number of columns are 7 if you can see the count, and when we have entered the column index as 8, then in this case you will get an error as reference error, because there is no such column, there is no 8th column in the table array. Or whenever the column index surpasses the number of columns that have been captured in the table array, you will get this particular error. Okay, so friends, this is it from my side on VLOOKUP in this particular session. If you have found this video useful, I would request you to like my video. Also, I would request you to subscribe my channel MS Excel by AJ. While subscribing, please don't forget to click on the bell icon. This will help you to get notified whenever I upload new videos about Excel. Thanks a lot friends. Bye bye. Take care.